clear it on the dotted line. Let Philadelphia freedom ring and patriotic voices sing. Red, white, and blue, never give up. You represent America.
Hoping and praying for a brighter day. I listen to my heart and I obey. How can I see it any other way? I'm looking at life with my own eyes.
It was finally time for Andy and his friends to move to a new home. They have been parked outside so that they can be ready to be moved in their own power early in the morning. Mackay was the leader of the move to a new home. Andy was the third in the consist and Ethan was the second. It was great to be in that shed, said Mackay. It was, agreed Andy. The driver checked every engine before going to their new home. They finally finished and Mackay departed. Andy looked around one more time. He'll still be passing that yard when he gets his new home. Are we there yet? Asked Ethan. Yes, we're almost there, answered Mackay. They finally arrived at their new home. The shed was huge. Seriously, this is our home? Shut up! This is what the controller said. It's not far, answered Ty. Okay, but I pass here almost every week. Nothing special, replied Ethan. The new controller came to the new engines. She introduced the engines she owned. Victoria Justice or Tori Vega, Kat Valentine or Ariana Grande, Trina, Jade, Carly, Sam, Zoe, and Beck were in the sheds with Danny, Manuel, Gabriel, Kevin, and many more. The controller assigned the new engines as jobs, and she paired up new engines with other engines. Ty and Ethan, you'll be taking a mixed freight with Manuel and Robbie. Paulo and Kiela, you'll take coal cars to the unloading plant and empty hoppers back to the loading plant with Drake and Josh and Beck. Isabella and Essie, you shun cars in the yards. Ugh, why do I have to work with her? Groaned Isabella. Really? You're gonna talk back to me? I'm going to send you back to the other railway if the controller thinks it's okay. Anyways, Mackay, you'll take a coal train down to Southern California with Freddie, Spencer, and Gibby. Lastly, Andy, you'll work with Kat Valentine, Tori Vega, Trina, and Jade. Why the hell am I working with them? Can I work with Ethan? Complained Andy. I don't care who you are working with. You'll follow my orders or I'll send you back. Fine, whatever, groaned Andy. Hey, don't treat your controller like that, said Mackay. Bah, whatever. Andy waited for Kat Valentine, Trina, Jade, and Tori outside of the sheds. They finally came outside of the sheds. Tori was the leader of the consist. What up? You're a new engine, right? Asked Tori. Yeah? Why? Asked Andy. Just asking. Now come on. Please couple between Kat and Jade, replied Victoria. Andy coupled up between Kat and Jade West. Andy started to feel a bit uncomfortable. Andy asked Ariana what's the job for today. The job today is to couple up some freight cars in the yards and take them to wherever they're taking. Next, we have another train back to the yards, and we do some shunting, replied Kat. Frick! That's the same jobs I had to do when I was at that different railway, yelled Andy. Stop yelling! Let's hurry up before we'll be behind schedule. Shut up, Trina! You're the one yelling back at him. He's having some trouble on his new railway, Jade replied. They shunted freight cars into their trains. Careful and slowly, they make sure no damage had affected them. Later, they finally finished switching and ran around it. They had the right of way to pass trains ahead of them. Problems started rising as they arrived at the canyon. You know what? This is so boring. Shut it, yelled Kat. You all, shut up. I'm not dealing with problems no more, said Tori. How about this? You can drop me off when we arrive at the yards and I'll tell the controller I have mechanical problems, said Andy. You can't get away with that, answered Trina. Whatever, replied Andy. They arrived at the yards. They coupled up to another train and were already off. As they were near another junction, Andy saw Joshua. Hello, Andy. It's nice to see you again. Hello, Joshua, Andy called back. Who's that? Asked Jade. Don't ask, answered Andy. They arrived at the yards and did some shunting. Andy shunted freight cars, but he wasn't careful. He biffs them hard. Andy, if you're not careful, then I can do your job, said Jade. You cannot do another engine's job, replied Trina. Shut up. I can do whatever I want. Stop yelling at my sister, you stupid crappy Pacific SD40-2, yelled Tori. You better shut up or I'll biff you, and stop calling my railroad crap. You're crappier than Dave the Canadian Pacific GP9. More like you, Jade replied. Tori was so pissed that she biffed Jade into Andy's train. All of the freight cars fell off. Jade was shoved hard that Andy derailed a bit. But Jade was off the edge. Tori was also derailed but was still on land. Ah, here we go again. Oh my god! Please, someone help me! Cried Jade. Ethan, Ty, Manuel, and Robbie came back to the yards after they heard Jade screaming. They helped Jade and Tori back on the rails, and Andy too. The engines chattered outside of the sheds after the controller had talked with Andy after what had happened. I'm sorry, Andy, that you just want to work with Ethan, said Tori. Admit it. You kinda like this rowing, asked Trina. Yes, answered Andy. Well, at least he tried, added Ethan. The new engines had a day at their new rowway. They sure to be really useful next time.